Our production of Late to Life uses conventions by using elements such as movie credit fonts, music selection, set design, and
Hello and
costume.
welcome to
In
JJX
addition, we took
Radio.
inspiration
We've
from
got
older
lots of
films
news
such as
and
The
gossip
Breakfast
for
Club,
you, but
Mean Girls,
today,
Groundhog
listen to
Day, and a more
Death.
recent film from 2015 called Dope. By using these films, we aim to parody them by taking advantage of conventions. Our choice of font, Cooper Black, for example, gives off a goofy and comedic vibe that spoofs 70s and 80s culture. And right here is a couple examples of that. The social group we represented nostalgically is the 80s culture with a modern day twist. We show a contrast of technology and cultural differences in the 80s compared to today. This is shown through the time warp of our protagonist Johnny when he experiences leaving school in the morning. When leaving the house, he sees a girl taking a selfie and he gets confused a great deal because in the 80s they didn't really have iPhones or any other high tech phone of that sort. When using these techniques, we represent modern teens who like 80s culture or other demographics who fit into that 80s trope. So our film engages with audiences through its tongue-in-cheek comedic theme. It specifically targets a teenage and adult age group due to the film's relatable and nostalgic concepts. It can be very enjoyable for people who have lived in the 80s or for others who have enjoyed the culture in general. And our ability to parody classic 80s tropes enables our film to reach a diverse demographic that ranges from approximately the ages of 13 to 50. Also, we incorporate another comedic factor that deals with the changes in technology and culture from the 80s to current day, which can further engage our audience. For marketing, we plan to spread publicity for our film through premiering it for free on college campuses. Through this, we will be able to promote word of mouth advertising on social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. When the people view the film, they can post online about how much they enjoyed it or any feedback they have about it. And additionally, we will buy a few advertising spaces on Facebook and create a Facebook interest page since, according to an eMarketer 2012 statistic, ages 25 to 34 is Facebook's common age demographic. And for distribution, we would focus on mediums such as iTunes, Netflix, and YouTube, since a majority of people in our young targeted demographic uses smartphone commuters and are more likely to stream videos. And according to another statistic, 65% of 16 to 24-year-olds use Netflix monthly, as well as 58% of 25 to 34-year-olds, and 48% of 35 to 44-year-olds in 2015. So Netflix is definitely a great place to definitely incorporate our targeted demographic of people and reach that audience. Ideally, we would also present our film internationally via theaters such as Hollywood 20, Regal Entertainment Group, and have it available on physical DVD and Blu-ray form. In case we can't incorporate these things, we'll definitely use the online streaming websites as a backup. And before this film project, I've never used any editing software before. By the end of the project, I feel very well versed in how to effectively use both aspects of filming and editing. Since I spent a majority of my time doing both filming and editing, I was able to help my other peers with their production skills. And I spent a majority of my time using Adobe Premiere Pro and watching several videos whenever I didn't understand how to achieve a certain editing technique. And I watched YouTube videos on editing techniques such as sound caption, fade in and outs, sound mixing, scene lighting slash coloration, video cropping, overlaying, soundtracks, etc. We even watched a video on how to make the text late to life and the last scene in the film grow in size, and as you can see right here, here it is, and I'm going to demonstrate to you what we did. So, we're able to expand it slowly. For recording additional audio, I found that Audacity is a great program for recording and saving audio files. And it was recommended by my friend Emma, and it helped me a lot with organization. Before I used Audacity, I would record tracks directly into the Adobe Premiere project, and I soon found this method to be very limiting when recording voiceovers for the first time. And right here is the talk show radio host. That was done with Emma's Rode microphone. When using Audacity for voiceovers, we had Johnny watch a saved version of the film on my laptop with Emma's laptop and microphone lip synced his dialogue. I also learned the difference between Emma's microphone and my own. I have a standard karaoke microphone that is best for collecting ambient sounds, like every single one possible, while Emma's Rode mic specializes in little detailed audio and blocks out a lot of subtle background noises. And we found this to be extremely helpful, and it was used specifically in the audio done at the last scene. So during this exchange is the voiceovers.
What are you doing? You're vandalizing a public school. My school. What are you talking about? The school's abandoned. No one's been here for years.
When working the film equipment, I thought outside the box by using different strategies to create certain effects. First, I learned a lot about lighting when filming the morning scene for Johnny. For lighting, we used a desk lamp and room headlight and covered both with a cloth. Another shot that I really wanted was a long following shot of Johnny, so I taped the camera onto a bike to mimic the smoothness of a Steadicam. And so I'm going to show you this right here. And basically what I had to do is hold the bike, lift up the back wheel, and run backwards as fast as I could. And then we do a reverse shot following Johnny once more. And we tried to use a skateboard as well where Savannah would stand on top and hold the camera, but it was too shaky. With the bike, it worked a lot better with the smoothness. As mentioned earlier, we use software such as Audacity for capturing audio and Adobe Premiere Pro CC for editing our film. We talked about and shared our film through online sources such as YouTube, Google Drive, and Google Blogger. In addition to this, we use 2 different types of camera, tripod, and microphones. We also created our own hardware such as the Steadicam, created by taping one of our cameras to a bike to create different filming effects.